In these troubling days of a modern world gone mad, one man has the technology to make a difference in time and space.
Mexicali Rose, and singing it for us, Patsy Montana.
Mexicali Rose, stop crying. I'll come back to you some sunny day. While I'm away, dear, every hour a year while I'm away. Dry those big brown eyes and smile, dear. Vanish all those tears and please don't sigh. Kiss me once again and hold
If you're like most people who are interested in the Corvair, you want to know what it can do in action, out on the road. You want proof that the Corvair can deliver the goods, give you more of what you're looking for in a compact car. And here it is, dramatic proof that the Corvair delivers the goods as no other compact car can. Years ago, in its early development stages, Chevrolet engineers began testing disguised Corvairs, began making the Corvair a road car. They made it a compact car with power, traction, and ruggedness. They put into the Corvair a suspension system to tackle the roughest road and level it off for its passengers. Chevrolet designers and engineers used all their know-how to make this 1960 Corvair the compact car that people could count on. But they didn't stop there. There was more testing, double-checking, retesting. Here at the challenging Lime Rock, Connecticut Raceway, the 1960 Corvair was really put through its paces, made to prove itself. And it did. It proved its stability, and then some. Just watch how the Corvair stays under control in this situation. Now see how the Corvair proved its maneuverability and ease of handling. Watch the Corvair handle some rough going. Look at that fender line. See how level the Corvair's body stays. Now watch the Corvair prove that it's got the power, the traction, the stamina to go just about anywhere. Just look at this. Using this stream for its highway, the Corvair actually plowed along like this for over 20 miles. And not once did its reliable turbo air engine falter. Now watch this sample of how the Corvair can stop. Making it tougher for the Corvair brakes. That's slippery foam they're putting on the road, the same type used on runways to help disabled planes slide into safe belly landings. Watch the Corvair handle it. What more could they ask the Corvair to do? Well, just look. The Corvair proved its ruggedness in special crash tests. Not once, but over and over again. Just to see how it would stand up, they tried to make the Corvair roll over. It wouldn't. They locked the wheels, so it had to roll over. The Corvair took the punishment and asked for more. Yes, sir, the Corvair's as good as she looks. Corvair power, ruggedness, maneuverability, handling, traction, braking, all proved again and again. Not much doubt about it, is there, that this is the car that gives you more of what you're looking for in a compact car. Sure, the Corvair has more, and the Corvair is ready and able to prove it.
Her eyes that flash like a secret birthday means yo te amo. Music and sweet caresses, sombrerita mía, for you.
Baile, señorita mía, baile. Ay, mamacita linda de mi alma. Baile más, señorita mía de mi alma, baile, por favor.
I'm Tony the Tiger to tell about Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes and their secret sugar frosting. That vault where we keep the secret. Little kid, he can't open it. Why, you need 16 combinations to get in. Yipes! The secret! As I was saying... Hey, Junior! Let me out of here!
It won't open, Pop.
Better let the man do the talking, son.
Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes. They're big frosted flakes of corn that say the best to you each morning from Kellogg's.
Hey, Pop, maybe this'll work.
All I gotta say is, try some Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes. They're great!
And that's how we can beat the not-so-bright knight at his own game. Read it, laugh it up.
King Vitaman, your castle is surrounded. Signs the not-so-bright night.
Come back when it stops raining.
But I want to take the castle by storm and capture your King Vitaman cereal.
You mean my sweet, tasty little crowns with a full day's supply of vitamins and iron?
Yeah, that's the one.
Never!
Then I'll give the signal and the catapult will rain havoc on you.
And what's the signal?
Now.
No!
Tastes good.
And it looks good on you.
Now, Knights, cover your King Vitaman with milk. Not me, a tin has the cereal.
King Vitaman, new from Quaker, now at your grocer's.
Not me, a tin has the cereal.
If you think you've got problems, just think of this poor unfortunate woman. What's her problem? Why, she's the mother of Dennis the Menace. That's not easy for her, but it's fun for you.
Join host John Bynum for Bizarre tonight at 11:30. The show that goes one step beyond Benny Hill. You won't believe your eyes.
7:30 Sunday, there's an hour of unrivaled humor with MASH.
Frank, mister, for a moment there you looked like you had a chin.
MASH, now 1 full hour. 7:30 Sundays on 10.
here it is, the greatest advance in television since color television itself. The ultimate in performance and convenience. 7-function remote control color television, so beautiful it enhances any decor. Clean, modern styling. No knobs or gadgets in sight. Superb cabinetry, master crafted of the finest woods. But the outstanding feature of this great new color set, the one big feature that sets it apart, is an amazing new wireless wizard electronic remote control. So perfected, you can operate every control, all 7 functions, and each function is completely variable. Tint, color, brightness, volume, fine tuning, channel selection, on-off. You can tune either with the remote unit from your easy chair or use the push-button panel in the cabinet. Here, hidden, is the push-button panel. It operates exactly in the same way as the wireless remote unit. These rocker bars control all of the necessary tuning functions. To use the 7-function wireless wizard remote control, turn on the power for the remote amplifier at the set. From then on, the set is operative on remote push-button tuning. This red button lights up and signals that the remote amplifier is on and ready for use. Take the remote unit from its handy storage space, and you're set for hours of pure pleasure. Enjoy your favorite programs, black and white or color. Turn the set on, select your channel, see all color shows in living color. Once you've adjusted fine-tuning for each channel, you never need touch fine-tuning again, either at the set or on the remote unit. But if you want, touch, and you can adjust fine-tuning to suit your taste at any time. If you overtune on this or any other control, just push the companion button to reverse the direction of the control. In the same way, press this rocker bar to adjust the color, variable all the way from black and white to maximum color intensity. To adjust the tint control for natural face tones, press the right rocker bar, or the left. Lets you enjoy the picture you want, the way you want to see it. Right at your fingertips, adjust brightness, lighter, darker. Like all the controls on this remote unit, the volume is fully variable. Select any volume you want. Should the telephone ring or guests arrive and you want to lower the sound for conversation, turn the volume down to your taste. Or surround yourself with room-filling 4-speaker sound. To change channels, press this bar. See all regular programs in crisp, clear, black and white. This selector button changes channels clockwise, in ascending order, to pre-selected local channels. While this front window channel indicator lets you know at a glance what channel you're viewing, even from across the room. This button changes channels counterclockwise to lower numbered stations. When you want to turn off picture and sound, just press this button. It turns off the set amplifier, but the separate remote control amplifier is still on, ready for you to return to any later program you wish to see. To turn off this separate remote amplifier, press this button on the push-button panel. When the red pilot light is extinguished, you know both amplifiers are turned off. Yes, here is the ultimate in television. A supreme achievement in television engineering. A color set that puts RCA Victor years ahead in dependable performance, armchair convenience, luxurious styling. A set where the pride of ownership is truly second only to the pleasure.
dream vacation.
What the hell are they doing? I sure think they killed her. Back! Frank, they've seen us.
And get trapped in an unbelievable nightmare.
Turn off the light! Why? What's wrong? What are you guys up to? What?
20th Century Fox presents Race the Devil.
We saw somebody murdered.
What?
Some sort of ritual across the river. A girl got stabbed. They're chasing us.
Starring Peter Fonda and Warren Oates. There was nowhere they could hide.
Alice, look what was stuck to the back window. It's some kind of message. Witchcraft.
Witches?
There was no one they could trust.
He killed my dog.
Well, did anybody hear anything? Didn't anybody see anything?
Go on with your trip. Have a good time. Leave this up to me.
There was nothing they could do.
They followed us all the way from Bandera. He's here right now watching us.
But run. And fight.
Shoot him, Frank!
And race with the devil.
There's somebody on top!
Frank has got to leave!
We gotta stay in here! Don't go up!
Peter Fonda, Warren Oates, Loretta Swit, Lara Parker. Race with the devil. When you race with the devil, you'd better be faster than hell.
It was a violent summer storm. Millions of volts slashed the earth.
That was the worst storm we've had since I was knee-high to a duck.
Folks talked about it and started getting things back to normal. When Mick hit town for his vacation.
Well, it's straight ahead about 5 miles.
But things weren't normal. There were changes.
Little mother bit me. I never saw one bite like that.
Strange, frightful changes. That night, it all started.
Stop doing that.
I'm not doing anything.
This was the night of the crawling terror. American International presents Squirm. They came from everywhere. Millions of writhing, seething creatures oozing out of the mire to feed on human flesh. You sweat, but you don't dare move.
Oh, no.
Terror grips every nerve in your body. You want to scream, but you can't. Your heart beats so fast, it feels like it's going to burst.
Jerry? No! Too late! They're dead!
Squirm, a new experience in pure fright.
Multiple warhead strike confirmed. Retaliatory strike on advisement.
Hostile missiles heading to major U.S. population targets. Launch retaliatory missiles. All enemy targets.
You have seen great adventures. Now you're about to live one. Damnation Alley. Everything man remembers is gone. Everything he has achieved is forgotten. Every place he has lived has become a wasteland, desolate, barren. And these 5 survivors may be the only humans left alive. Together, they will attempt a journey into the unknown. Only their courage and the instinct to live could carry them safely through the hell that lies ahead. The devastation of man and the mutations of nature gone wild. And somehow, they must endure this journey through the nightmare of what we once knew as Earth. Somehow they must survive this journey through Damnation Alley. Starring Jan Michael Vincent, George Peppard, Dominique Sander, Paul Winfield, Jackie Earl Haley. Produced in the magic of Sound 360. More than a motion picture, an adventure you'll never forget.
Meet Otto. He's a clean-cut kid in a dirty business. He repossesses cars. He's a repo man.
You gonna give me my car back, or do I gotta go to your house and shove your dog's head down the toilet?
His mission is to repossess a '64 Chevy, but hidden within its trunk.
What you got in the trunk?
You don't want to look in there.
Is the most important discovery in the history of our planet. Repo Man. It's a mystery.
Suppose you're thinking about a plate of shrimp. Suddenly somebody will say like plate or shrimp or plate of shrimp out of the blue, no explanation.
It's a comedy.
What are you doing? Don't do that!
It's a chase. It's the forces of law.
Marlene, I'm on my coffee break.
Against the representatives of discontented youth. Against the finest minds in government.
I had a lobotomy in the end.
Lobotomy? Isn't that for loonies?
Not at all.
And they're all in pursuit of a '64 Chevy Malibu from who knows where.
Blam! Eyes melt, skin explodes, everybody dead.
Repo Man. The story of the ultimate repossession. Repo Man. Not just a job, it's an adventure.
Somewhere in the Australian outback, he's waiting.
Something big scared him away.
Like what?
I don't know. But it was huge. It was as big as a rhino.
Jake Cullen, the obsessed hunter, determined to stop
Got
it.
to come to the waterhole to drink.
Jake, get some help. Andy...
No, he's mine.
You're Beth Winters.
Animal campaigner? And dumped at the Pet Pack Cannery 8 miles west of here.
The American animal campaigner who got more than the story she bargained for.
Don't rub her up! She wasn't very popular around here.
What'd you do to my wife, Benny?
And the crazed brothers who protected their own secrets at all costs.
You ask too many bloody questions, you know that?
Do you know what happened to her?
Razorbacks.
Carl Winters searching for the answers.
Godless vermin. He's only got 2 states of being. Dangerous or dead.
That boar destroyed his life.
Now, listen, Bill, you're in the middle of bugger all here, so for Christ's sake, don't go walkabout. We'll never find you. Now, we'll be back in 5 or 6 hours.
Gregory Harrison, in his first major motion picture, running for his life.
Ah! If you're gonna do it, just bloody do it.
Hello? Come on, man! Shoot me! You finished the kangaroo off! Shoot me!
Produced by Hal McElroy from Australia's hottest new director, Russell Mulcahy. Razorback.
He's only got 2 states of being.
Dangerous. or dead. Razorback.
Once upon a time, there was a sensible straight line who was hopelessly in love with a dot. You're the beginning and the end, the hub, the core and the quintessence, he told her tenderly. But the frivolous dot wasn't a bit interested, for she only had eyes for a wild and unkempt squiggle who never seemed to have anything on his mind at all. They were everywhere together, singing and dancing and frolicking and laughing and Lord knows what else. He's so gay and free, so uninhibited and full of joy, she cried rapturously. And you're as stiff as a stick, dull, conventional and repressed, tied and trammeled, subdued, smothered and stifled, squashed, squelched and quenched. Why take chances, the line argued without much conviction. I'm dependable, steady, consistent. I know where I'm going. I've got dignity. But this was small consolation for the miserable line. Each day he grew more and more morose. He stopped eating or sleeping, and before long was completely on edge. His worried friends noticed how terribly thin and drawn he was and did their best to cheer him up. She's not good enough for you. She lacks depth. They all look alike anyway. Why don't you find a nice straight line and settle down? But he hardly heard a word they said. For anyway he looked at her, she was perfect. He saw things in her that no one else could possibly imagine. She's more beautiful than any straight line I've ever seen, he sighed wistfully. But even allowing for his feelings, this was probably stretching a point. And so he spent his time dreaming of the inconstant dot and imagining himself as the forceful figure she was sure to admire. The line as a celebrated daredevil. The line as a leader in world affairs. The line as a fearless law enforcement agent. The line as a potent force in the world of art. The line as an international sportsman. But he soon grew tired of self-deception and decided that perhaps the squiggle might have had the answer after all. I lack spontaneity. I must learn to let go, to be free, to express the inner passionate me. But it didn't make any difference, for no matter how often or how hard he tried, he always ended up the same way. And yet he continued trying and failing and trying again until, when he had all but given up, he discovered at last that with great concentration and self-control, he was able to change direction and bend wherever he chose. So he did, and made an angle. And then again, and made another, and then 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 another. Hot stuff, he shouted, much impressed with his efforts, and in a wild burst of enthusiasm, sat up for half the night, putting on an outrageous display of sides, bends, and angles. Freedom is not a license for chaos, he observed the next morning. Oh, what a head! There and then he decided not to squander his talents in cheap exhibitionism. For months he practiced in secret. Soon he was making squares and triangles, hexagons, parallelograms, rhomboids, polyhedrons, trapezoids, parallel pipeheads, decagons, tetragrams, and an infinite number of other shapes, so complex that he had to letter his sides and angles to keep his place. Before long, he had learned to carefully control ellipses, circles, and complex curves, and to express himself in any shape he wished. You name it, I'll play it. But all his successes meant nothing to him alone, and so off he went to seek the dot once again. Oh, you again, muttered the squiggle in a voice that sounded like bad plumbing. You don't stand a chance. But the line was bursting with old love and new confidence, and he was not to be denied, for now he was dazzling. Clever. Mysterious. Versatile. Erudite. Eloquent. Profound. Enigmatic. Complex. And compelling. The dot was overwhelmed. She giggled like a schoolgirl and didn't know what. The school, taken by surprise, did the best he could. Is that all? She demanded. I guess so, replied the miserable squiggle. That is, I suppose so. What I mean is I never know how it's going to turn out. Hey, have you heard the one about the two guys who... The dot wondered why she'd never noticed how hairy and coarse he was, how untidy and graceless, and how he mispronounced his L's and picked his ear. And suddenly she realized that what she thought was freedom and joy was nothing but anarchy and sloth. You are as meaningless as a melon, she said coolly. Undisciplined, unkempt and unaccountable, insignificant, indeterminate and inadvertent. Out of shape, out of order, out of place, and out of luck. With that, she turned to the line and shyly took his arm. Do the one with all the funny happily ever after. At least reasonably so.
At Penny's, we have toys that race and walk, crawl and talk, wobble, and whirl. Toys that buzz, beep, bark, squeak, ring, trick, and jump. All the toys you see on TV and many exclusives at prices as low as you'll get anywhere. Charge them at pennies.
Now, this dollhouse is an antique. How can you tell? No Pampers. Pampers? I was thinking of trying a newer brand. Why? Dryness is what quilted Pampers are all about. Pampers Susan wore when she was born were good, but these quilted Pampers stay twice as dry. Twice as dry? Sure. Wet both and wait. Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry. Dryer's gotta feel better. Sure does. And that advice is on the house.
Quilted Pampers stay twice as dry as before.
Hi, I'm Christopher Norris, here to tell you how you can save a life by talking with your family about becoming an organ donor.
Transplant surgery is not a dream for the future. It's a medical miracle that happens every day thanks to doctors, nurses, and especially people like you and me.
As a potential donor, you're saying you care about people. So much so that if the unthinkable happens, you want the end of your life to give someone else a second chance.
Friday night at 9 on WOFL TV 35. Here comes Bigfoot to step on some toes. When you've got muscle, that's how it goes. Yeah. SST muscle machines. They're big, dirty, and mean. Barreling home now, this is the one. This is the big guy that's big on the fun. Bigfoot, let the power go, you know what to do. Bigfoot, he's stepping up to win it for you. SST muscle machines. They're big, dirty, and mean. SST muscle machines, Bigfoot. Batteries not included from Play School.
Light is magic. There is magic in the way it is created, in the way it travels, the way it behaves. And beyond the magic of light itself, there is the magic of science, finding new and amazing uses for light, the life giver. Sunlight is a mixture of several different kinds of light. Most familiar is the visible light, the kind of light we see and see by. Then, as modern sun worshippers know, sunshine contains an invisible form of light called ultraviolet. Ultraviolet light produces tan skins and those healthy little things called vitamins. Science has learned how to produce this invisible form of light artificially. And now, without leaving our homes, we can turn winter into summer. The scientific ultraviolet light generator is arranged to remove all of the visible light and project a strong beam of invisible black magic light. One of the most amazing things about ultraviolet light is its ability to help us see things which by ordinary light are impossible to see. The radiations of pure ultraviolet light produce a strange effect called fluorescence. Fluorescence is a glow such as is found in the figures of an illuminated clock dial. Many different chemicals respond to the radiations of ultraviolet light. Different chemicals seem to respond with a different glow. This fluorescent effect makes it possible to read many secret or hidden messages. The ink with which the hidden message is written seems to glow under the magic rays. By the same principle on altered documents, erasures and changes may be brought out so that the attempted alteration is clearly visible. Mixed in with the visible sunlight and the ultraviolet light is another magic light that our eyes cannot see, but which we can feel as heat. These invisible rays of heat, which form so large a part of sunshine, have been given the name infrared light. Infrared light has no visual effect on our eyes. So in order to see its results, we must use a camera containing a special film which is sensitive only to infrared light. To furnish invisible light for the infrared camera, we will use these big electric units which produce no visible light at all. And now, for the first time on the motion picture screen, we are going to see a picture made entirely by infrared light in a dark room. There go the lights. And here is the picture taken by the infrared camera. And remember, to the eye, this girl is in total darkness. Infrared light is very penetrating in its effect. With it, for example, we can even take the young lady's picture while she's hiding behind a screen coated with rubber. The magic light shows that even a brand new shave isn't good enough when you are posing for the infrared camera. It digs right down and finds the whiskers that haven't even sprouted yet. Previews a shave 3 days in advance. Visible white light has also been put under control by science. A remarkable new device splits light into separate narrow rays so that the path of a beam can easily be followed. Notice that a light spreads out from its source in all directions. We can see how a mirror reflects light, how a prism bends the rays in different directions, and how light can even be bent around corners in tubes and pipes. Now let's see the effect of a simple reflecting surface used to control light. The rays leave their source, strike the reflector, and bounce back on themselves in the same path. Then if we place a lens like this in the path of the light, the rays are bent inward. Now let's try another type of lens, similar to the lens used in automobile headlights. Instead of bringing the rays together at a point, this lens bends them so they go out in parallel lines. In the motor car headlight, the new system of light control makes use of the type of reflecting surface called a parabolic reflector. No matter at what angle the light rays strike the reflector, they are bounced back in an even parallel path. The actual mechanics of this new headlamp are somewhat similar to previous two-beam lamps. When we are driving in the country, light from the central filament is used, and an intense beam of light is reflected straight ahead and far down the road. When we switch to the passing beam, another filament only a few thousandths of an inch away is lighted, and the beam is now aimed down and to the right of the road. A more accurate lens has been designed to direct light farther ahead in the driving beam, and more light on the right side of the road for the passing beam. Then the whole unit has been sealed airtight so that air and moisture, tarnish and rust cannot cut down its efficiency. And so today we drive with headlights that apply the latest principle of scientific light control. Headlights suited to the speeds at which we travel. On the high road, controlled light makes possible safe speed because we can always stop within the range of our own headlights. In city driving, and in passing other cars on the highway, our controlled passing beam continues to light the right side of the road without shining in the other fellow's eyes. If we drive safely and always dim our lights when passing, we can take full advantage of the new control science has given us. And in the laboratories of today, science is working on the light of tomorrow, seeking still more numerous ways of using it to make life for all of us better and safer. Who knows what miracles are yet to come from the amazing development of visible and invisible light when the magic light of tomorrow comes into its own.
It's the kind of house they don't build anymore. A relic of a time when the world wasn't in such a hurry, when there was still time for a little charm and elegance. It has stood empty for a long while. And at the price, it is a bargain. For a growing young family, it is almost too good to be true.
What do you think?
I love it.
James Brolin, Margot Kidder, Rod Steiger in the Amityville Horror.
God's peace in this house.
Hello?
Hello, Kathy. Father Delaney, there's something very important.
Mommy, I want to go home.
What do you want from us?
What's all going on? We have to do something.
I'm coming apart! Oh, Mother of God, I'm coming apart!
28 days after the Lutz family moved into their dream house, they were running for their lives. What happened to them is an experience in terror you will never forget, and you will believe in the Amityville Horror. From the best-selling book that made millions believe in the unbelievable, the Amityville Horror.
That's stupid punk rock. I don't, I just think of it as rock and roll because that's what it is.
Stunning, says Robert Hilbert of the LA Times. Bracing, stimulating, and technically superb, Todd McCarthy of Variety. Anyone who wants to learn about the new music at arm's length should check out Penelope Spheeris' chilling new film, Chris Morris, LA Reader. Suburban Voodoo, Doug Simmons, the Boston Phoenix.
My house smells just like the zoo.
Oh, man, you can spit really good.
The Decline documents a sociological phenomenon that is the foundation for the most shocking American youth movement in history. Spheeris Films presents Fear, Black Flag, Circle Jerks, Germs, and X in See it in a theater where you can't get hurt.
Herbert West is at the top of his class in medical school.
How can you teach such drivel? These people are here to learn, and you're closing their minds before they even have a chance. What are you?
He's brilliant, but a little weird.
I've broken the 6 to 12 minute barrier. I've conquered brain death.
His experiments have always been unorthodox.
It was dead.
But lately, they're getting out of hand. And he's just made a discovery that could wake up the dead.
Herbert West has effected reanimation in dead animal tissue.
What are you thinking? How do you feel?
You? 15 cc's of reagent being administered.
Once you wake up the dead, you've got a real mess on your hands.
What happened?
I had to kill him!
He's dead?
Not anymore.
Herbert West brought a lot of dead people back to life, and not one of them showed any appreciation. H.P. Lovecraft's classic tale of horror, Reanimator.
Mr. West.
You'll never get credit for my discovery. Who's going to believe a talking head get a job in a sideshow?
It will scare you to pieces.
How long have you had this?
About 3 days.
It has been 400 years since its last reincarnation.
Any pain?
It kind of moves sometimes.
The soul of black magic is waiting to be reborn.
What's your diagnosis?
For years, man has turned his back on the supernatural.
Mrs. Hurst! Might almost describe it,
Some will deny it.
as a fetus.
Others will fear it.
On her neck?
One woman will give birth to it. The Manitou. Since the beginning of time, it has practiced the mysterious arts. Its day is near. Each hour it grows stronger. Soon it will come. The Manitou. Starring Tony Curtis on a supernatural journey into the world of avenging spirits. John! Michael Ansara.
What does a white man want with Indian magic?
A modern American Indian thrust into a savage struggle with unspeakable taboos. Susan Strasberg, living in a nightmare. Innocent people, tormented by terror, threatened by the unknown, trapped by an ancient horror. The Manitou. An evil that never dies. It just waits to be reborn. The Manitou.
Visited the Earth in many forms. Now it returns as the car.
There was no driver in the car.
Possessed.
I know why he didn't go into the cemetery. The ground was hallowed.
Who knows what it wants? They all know nothing can stop the car.
This is Wade. We can't let him through no matter what. Stay in close. You'll have to stop.
There's nowhere to turn.
The car, he's in here.
Nowhere to hide. No way to stop the car.
I think I hear the engine of that car. It's around here somewhere. Wait, I'm scared. No, I promise you I won't go out. Tell me what to do, baby.
evil force drives the car.
Westinghouse, the complete refrigerator. Compare.
Hello out there. Listen, how would you like to save some money and get something I'm absolutely sure you can use and enjoy right now, right where you are? It's TV Guide, America's favorite television magazine, and here's the story. You call this toll-free number and take advantage of the special TV offer, and you get 30 weeks of TV Guide home delivered, and you get 3 months to pay, and you get the lowest price going, and that's a promise.
Yes, right now, call 800-453-7100 for 30 weeks of TV Guide at the lowest price going. 30 weeks of TV Guide in your mailbox for pennies a day. And you can pay in 3 easy monthly installments of just $5.75 each. 800-453-7100. Send no money, but call today. 800-453-7100.
TV Guide pays for the call. Call now. You'll be glad you did.
TV40's new show is called Bizarre. It's a little spicier than most.
What's the big deal, Bobby, baby?
Join host John Biner for a show never before seen on free TV.
Is it difficult getting used to a man's hand?
Bizarre, tonight at 11:30. The show that goes Benny Hill one better, and you won't believe your eyes.
秋の伊勢丹です。
ハウスから冷たい夏2つ。
南極みたい。北極みたい。
Sweetest music, Maria. New album, Miss M.
Dream a little dream of you. Lemon lime の青い風伝えてあげる。
キリンレモンに今便利なギフト券新発売。
君はのナプキン。
ヘビー級の夏、JAL で行く沖縄です。
腕を伸ばせば翼に歌を歌えば光に君は爽やか Come on, come on 君は爽やか Come on and go Come on and go ガッと爽やかコカ・コーラ。
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.